Okay, let's go. Hi, ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Marcus here again. I'm here because I want to share a message with you that is from a foreign land. And it is a message that is given because of the predicament that we find ourselves in today. And it wants to help us out. I heard someone say, I think this might be the reason the message came to me, is that I believe this person was representing a government agency. And they were saying that we are giving ourselves pain and suffering as we give all of these breaks and giving billionaires our booty. That's amazing that this can be said. You giving the people who's supposed to be the masters of this country, the boss of this country, is allowing some voice, the people who truly got folks thinking that they're running something, you the people, but who really are running something, are ripping you the people off. But you don't have anything to compare it with. This message from a stranger land wanted to use heaven, something you can compare. And in heaven, they want you to know what it's like so you can have some idea of what you can grab or possibly reach out to. Heaven. First of all, those in heaven respect an invisible power. They give it their allegiance and all the loyalty required. And that's all they got. Now, this benefits, this system benefits all that are there to be engaged in the process of heaven by having a career. Everybody participates in heaven. Everybody has a responsibility. Everybody does something. And everybody does that which gives them their greatest joy. That's heaven, my friend. Food, clothing, shelter, education, healthcare, anything that you can imagine that heaven desires or the people desires or whoever's in heaven there, they get it. Yes, they do. Their needs, their wants, and their desires are met. They suffer for nothing. They live in peace, are prosperous and free and joyous and happy, and they live the dream. That's what's happening in heaven, ladies and gentlemen. But now let's compare that which is happening in heaven with anything outside of that. See, to have even one individual or one person or whatever of that in heaven that suffer pain and suffering, then it's not heaven anymore. So when you come in there, you're not going to get treated. You're going to get fixed. You're going to get fixed. No cancer is going to come in there and they're going to treat it. No, you're going to get fixed. So when you compare that with America, America does not represent or respect an invisible God, so they replaced it with the white man in America. Now I say the white man because the white man went to other lands and killed the people who took their land. Went to other places and brought back people and turned them into slaves and used them to build the nation up. That was the white man. That was a God of this land. Nothing but pure D evil, killing and slavery, pure D evil. So if you were looking for hell, all you had to ask was the natives. They'll tell you where hell was. If you were looking for hell, all you had to do was ask the black. They'll tell you where hell was. It was right there. And they'll ask the natives and the blacks who was the devil, and they'll tell you the white man. Straight up white man. The same white man that's running the government today. Oh, you got some speckled beans in there. But this country still ran by white folks. And what are they trying to do? Project 2025 is trying to tell you that they say for some reason, between then and now, you got some benefits that they don't like. So they're going to take all that back. They want to cut your health care, cut your education. These are just little steps that you made because you realized a long time ago that you were so far from heaven. You wanted to try to do a little thing to make it seem that you were trying to get back. Slowly trying to slip back. You weren't making no bold statements. You just trying to slip back. And so they realized that you were doing this. Now they cutting all that. Everything that you thought you were trying to do a little decency. It's being the power of evil has risen again. It's cutting out everything, causing all kinds of pain, causing all kinds of suffering, and don't give a damn about who it hurts. In fact, they are trying to destroy this nation because they're pissed because you took away their status from before. Yes, my friends. Now you compare what's happening in America with what's happening in heaven. Now I want you to know that you have chosen hell. No, no, don't you put that on anybody. You chosen hell. And it's not just a group thing. It is, but it's not just a group thing. It's an individual thing because every individual can reject this hell. You got to be bold. You got to have some faith to reject it. And it is required to have it as an individual or as a group. And your group is just as weak as that poor little person in there who's just scared, who's trying to sneak in to your fold, but don't really have the faith. America, the message from the foreign land is that you so far from righteousness, you so far from heavenliness, till it's absolutely pathetic. Somebody needs to tell America that you rank up there with anybody that was hell. You rank with them, my friends. There is no group of people any time in the past that was any worse than America. And you need to get yourself fixed. But ladies and gentlemen, America's not going to fix itself. Those who profiting from America are not going to start it. You who suffer the most got to start it. And if you do it, and if you're real and you got the faith, God will help you. But if you're trying to play games, you going down, bro. You going down just like Goliath. No, you're not too big because you ain't bigger than God. You can lie to yourself and trick other people, but you can't fool the truth. So thank you. Amen. Amen. And you better be. That's what I'm